What is travel if not the soul's desire to discover itself? I'm a vlogger, artist, professional thrill seeker, and let's be real, a little bit of a mad hatter. Taking you along on my solo trip across Meghalaya. So get ready for a ride of a lifetime as I trek through Meghalaya's forests, meet amazing people, and discover a whole new way of living in Shillong. As I send you some postcards from Meghalaya.
Guess who's just arrived in the land of clouds? Yes, it's me, Larsa Disa, finally living the dream.
I have arrived in Shillong, that too on a direct flight. Just a 35-kilometer drive from the airport is Meghalaya's capital city, Shillong. A city where the urban chaos takes a holiday. Which is what also made it my first stop in my adventures in Meghalaya. A word of caution. If you're anything like me, make sure you keep your camera ready for a picture-perfect view from the car. With these rolling hills, highways lined with pine forests, pristine lakes, and waterfalls around every corner, no wonder they call Shillong the Scotland of the East. After an hour's drive from the airport, I arrived at Pinewood, one of Shillong's most prominent landmarks.
Now this hotel is more than 100 years old, a carefully preserved slice from the colonial times, and my home for the next 3 days. Let's go.
But mind you, when in Shillong, picking a hotel is not an easy task, because with choices ranging from budget-friendly joints, homely guest houses, and even classy heritage havens, Shillong caters to every flavor of traveler. Soaking in the vintage vibe at Pinewood Hotel has got me feeling all nostalgic. But there is so much more to do in Shillong. So before I get comfortable, let's kick off the adventure and dive into the great outdoors. I did some asking around and found out that a must-do activity in Meghalaya is to visit the living root bridges. A 1.5-hour drive from Shillong is Sohra, also popularly known as Cherrapunji, home to many wonders of nature, one of which is the Nongriat Living Root Bridge. Now I feel like it's a good time to disclose that I have a bug for adventure. Which is why I chose a bridge that requires a 3,000-step long trek to reach. But don't worry even if you're not up for the long trek. Shillong has got you covered with plenty of root bridges around to offer. I have arrived in Nongriat in the search of a Jing King Jri. What's that, you ask? It's the Khasi name of the iconic living root bridges of Meghalaya. And I'm on my way to meet Morning Star. He's a living root bridge expert and he's joining me on my adventure to explore these forests. And the first thing he told me about this bridge is that it's 180 years old.
Usually average it takes 30 to 40 years to become functional stage for these routes that we can call a living root bridge.
Unlike the concrete bridges we see in the cities, these living root bridges are like nature's own superstructures, getting stronger and sturdier with each passing day. No nuts and bolts needed. These bridges are like giant creepers held together by a bamboo skeleton. With time, these aerial roots get stronger and stand all on their own.
We believe that these trees, they are, the shelter for the gods.
Right.
Our guardians of the village.
Yes.
Because each village, we have our own tradition where we believe and respect nature.
While in Nongriat, I also learned that Khasi tribe are known to be guardians of their lush ecosystems. And these botanical wonders are nature's way of giving back by stitching together communities from remote villages and granting safe passage over the rivers to villagers and adventurers like me. Number 2 on my Shillong to-do list is, wait, what's that? Is that a band I hear in the distance? Yep, that's exactly what that was. Shillong and music have had a long love story. So much so that the government is all about spreading the musical love, from promoting local talents to supporting rock, classical and hip-hop scenes across the state. The streets, cafes and restaurants are always bustling with music to set the vibe of the place. And as the sun sets in the rock capital, I knew I had to end my day with the sweet sound of music. Tonight, I have been invited to jam with the Shillong Chamber Choir, the globally renowned artists who have not only graced TV screens and some of the biggest stages across the globe, but also performed for former Indian and American presidents. Talk about rubbing shoulders with musical royalty.
When you talk about music, I think it is a very inherent part of our culture, of church culture.
Right.
You hear everybody sing, those who go to church. So it's in their system. Culturally as well, we are very musically oriented.
Here's another tip for my fellow music lovers. When in Shillong, we can't miss out on music. So make sure you plan your trip around your favorite music performances, so you can get the chance to witness amazing talents. You see, one of the things about Shillong is that it takes you back in time and offers a trail down India's colonial past. And I chose to explore these details in style, on a bicycle. Quite good, aren't I? As I pedal through these lanes, adorned with remnants of British architecture and historic churches, I felt like the beauty of these lanes must be captured. Right now, I'm sitting in front of the All Saints Church, taking it all in and capturing this moment in my sketchbook. All this morning activity is making me hungry for some shopping. On my last day here, I've come to the heart of Shillong, the bustling city center. Come, let's explore. When in Shillong, you cannot miss out on the cafes. Streets lined with cafes have amazing ambience, picturesque interiors and delicious food. While Shillong has a cafe for every taste, I was in the mood for a traditional Khasi meal. Which is why, after a lot of research, I decided to head to the UNI Arts Cafe. The Khasi people predominantly inhabit the districts of East Meghalaya and are known to be one of the earliest ethnic groups of settlers in the Indian subcontinent.
The idea is to bring family together, they eat food, so they dirty their hands peeling the potato, and in that moment they forget mobile. Then they start talking to each other.
That's
so that
nice.
is why it's called You and I, where we talk things that really matters in our life.
What a delicious meal this is! When in Shillong, a Khasi meal is a must. What's more, this cafe has 50 varieties of tea. But I'm going to hold off on the cuppa until my next adventure. Just 11 kilometers from UNI Arts Cafe is the pristine Umiam Lake. This majestic lake is one of Shillong's most scenic hotspots. And guess what? It's not just pretty to look at. It's also a tourist-friendly spot with plenty of hotel options close by, with water sports and boating activities for all the thrill seekers out there. Just a hop away from Umiam Lake is the Lakarsu Tea Garden.
This cozy little haven produces some of India's finest hill teas. It's just a hop away from Shillong and located by the stunning Umiam Lake.
With a diverse range of teas produced here, Meghalaya has a tea variety for every taste. So don't forget to pack some for your loved ones back home, because everyone deserves a taste of this tea.
What are the different types of teas that you produce?
We produce the orthodox black tea.
Okay.
And we produce orthodox green tea. And we also produce white peony. We also produce very good silver needles, which are, I have heard, the best quality.
What a whirlwind these past few days in Shillong have been. From wandering its charming streets to trekking to a living root bridge, jamming with legends, and savoring the most scrumptious Khasi meal. Meghalaya truly has something for every kind of traveler. And I can't wait to dive deeper into this abode of clouds. Until the next postcard, this is yours truly signing off.